Chip, you said, right?
Yeah, you can call me that.
Okay. Chip, I guess it sounds like it all makes sense. So
Yeah, I'd love to do it.
okay, so I'm either looking at, for me, I've got to call in real quick and find out what my dates are, but I need to get your information first.
All
so
right.
let me write down some information real quick. You go by Chip, but what's your real name?
My name's Mac.
Mm-hmm. Mac. What's your last name? McCormick.
Yeah.
McMorrick.
It's McCormick.
See, and that's why I asked, man. I'm terrible at this.
That's great.
319. Okay. And then your address here is
1908
mm-hmm.
McLean Drive,
okay.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then it looks like we're doing this. We're going here. We're going here. Okay. Let me call in real quick.
Okay.
I'll check out some stuff for you.
Calling it in. You want some?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. Here, they're actually gonna do a verification with you real quick. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Okay. Yeah. I understand that completely. Hold on. No, hold on. They never said anything about no 2-year agreement here. No. Well, apparently I got a liar sitting right in front of me.
Hey Chip, can I actually take that?
Oh, now he wants to talk to you. Hey, I'm not doing no 2-year contract.
Hey, let me call you back.
You can
real quick.
forget
Is
that.
Okay.
You can forget it.
Okay. So I'm so sorry. Hey, first off, Chip, I want to apologize. I actually had no idea that that was something you were worried about. So you're.
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
I got a bad taste in my mouth from AT&T. They got to stick me with a contract, man. Couldn't get out of that thing. I didn't have the payment. I couldn't pay the bill there. They kept stacking up on me, man. I can't do contracts, man.
So from that experience, you.
Yeah, I got a bad taste in my mouth.
I get you 100%. So let me. The first question I have for you is, you currently have it looks like Cox, right?
Oh,
How long have you had Cox for?
I won't tell you how long it is, but probably about a year now.
Year? How long have you had TV in general?
God, I don't remember not having TV.
Okay, so you've had TV the whole time. So
Yeah.
you've been paying a bill the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the way I view it. If you're always going to be paying a TV bill,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like the new position that I'm proposing to you and what I'm offering you is definitely better than what you're getting from Cox right now, right?
Well, yeah, the price is there. I like them all. It's all fine, but I mean the contracts. Yeah.
I get you, yeah. So I'm just taking a look at it from an outside perspective. So if you're going to be paying for it anyways, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to pay a little bit less for the next year and get a much better setup?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, if you're going to be paying for it anyways, and you're going to be using it anyways, you've already proven that to yourself. So it sounds like this actually makes more sense. I say look at it this way: if you like with the AT&T situation, you just got behind on your bill, right?
Yeah.
We actually have a program where you can pause. Okay, so if you get so far behind on your bill and you're getting frustrated, if you just are good at communicating and you'll communicate to DirecTV, hey, I need to pause it for a couple months. I understand you're going to turn my service off during that, but I need to catch up on my bill.
Okay.
They'll do that for you, okay? I want you to understand, like they're very committed to being a good company that's good to work with. They're willing to work with you on that. If the money gets that tight and you really can't afford to pay the TV bill, I know that's like one of the last things people that everybody pays TV. Like you said, you've had it since you can't remember.
Yeah.
So they'll work with you. They also have smaller packaging. If you need to cut down the price because it's too expensive, we'll cut you down a little bit, see what we can get you as far as price goes. But you're going to want to keep it on. They just want to know that you're going to be a customer with them because what they're doing is they're taking a whole bunch of money and they're investing in it in this expensive equipment.
Right.
And they just want to know that you're going to stick with them long enough for them to make their money back. So they're not spending money on you and not getting anything out of it. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, if you can promise me that's going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as the quality goes, we looked at the JD Power. You know that they're getting ranked really well. So,
Yeah, I mean,
that speaks for itself. That's everyone else's opinion, not mine. So they're definitely a good company. They definitely have a better product, and it's definitely going to fit your life better.
Okay.
So I'd say let's go for it. If it gets tight, we'll have the situation where we can help you take care of it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, Brandon. That was a good way of overcoming the old contract objection.
Mm-hmm.
So, question for you. I noticed that you didn't bring that up until the first time you even heard it was a 2-year agreement was from the call center rep. Why is that?
Well, usually by
do that.
that point, I've gone over the pricing for both years. So I'm assuming they understand that I'm talking about 2 years, right? If for some reason, because one thing about my pitch is I never assume anybody has a problem with anything until they tell me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a lot of times as salespeople, if we see a lot of people have it, we start to build our pitch around like, oh, I better make sure I let them know about this and avoid this objection. I don't need to, because what I found is the people who do I'll restore my integrity in the moment, like I did with him. Did you notice I had him give me the
Gotcha.
phone back? I hung up and I
Yeah,
restored
why
it.
did you hang up immediately? Because that's a good point.
Call center needs to be able to take someone else's call. I don't want to have them sit there while I resolve that concern when somebody else could be making a sale. I want everyone else to benefit too. So it was really simple. I resolved the concern and I called back in. And it's not their job to resolve that concern. It's mine. So I've had that happen before. And in that exact situation where someone's like, whoa, I'm not good with 2 years. I say, well, can I see the phone real quick? I say, hey, I'll call right back. I hang up and I resolve the concern, right? And then when it's done, I call back in and we finish the deal. All they have to do is just
Gotcha.
re-verify. Everything else is in the computer.
So, I would just point that out. I don't imagine Brandon has too much of difficulty with that happening every single time, but I do like that you hung up immediately so it's not tying up phone lines in the call center.
So I think out of all my sales last year, maybe 10 people had a problem with a 2-year contract, and it was
just because you'd already gone over first year, second year pricing, so
Yeah.
they've just kind of you
it just makes sense to them when they say it's a 2-year agreement. They're like, well, yeah, he told me what the price was for both years, so I don't care.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So that happens. That's kind of a rare situation. That was a pretty bold, I think watching that, Chip did a really good job as a customer, because that happens in reality. Just the whole, I got a liar in front of me, whoa, here's the phone back, game over, we're not doing this thing. So that was a pretty in-your-face objection.
I actually had one guy that in that situation. One time, a guy actually made me and another. I was training a rep. He made us leave his house because of the 2-year contract. He was like, no, you guys need to leave. And I actually walked out, and I walked out his gate, and then I stood there for a minute, and I walked back up and knocked on his door, and I apologized to him and resolved the concern, closed him again, and he got sold.
Nice.
So I think
you've taken some pretty bold objections and turned them around.
I don't think it's a real objection. Nobody has every cell phone makes you get a contract unless you just have terrible credit, and then you have to do a prepaid, which people do. But anything that's really of value, it's just a given. If someone understands why the contract's there and they understand that they're already paying for it anyways, no one cares at that point. Their biggest concern is either the quality's not going to be good enough, or I don't understand it well enough. And so I make sure they understand both those things, and then it doesn't matter, right? It's not an issue.
By the way, new reps, the reason there is a contract is that equipment is very expensive. So DirecTV doesn't even break even until about 18 to 20 months into them paying out every single month just to get the cost of the equipment back.
And so that's why I explained that to the customer. Did you notice I explained that to him? It was quick, but I just said, listen, we're putting all this expensive equipment in. They just want to make sure that you're going to stick with them long enough to break even and make some money too, so that they win, right? In my pitch, it's always established that I'm trying to make the customer win. I want the company to win. I want to make sure they understand that, and then it becomes a really easy transition back to the close again. Let's go back to finishing up the sale.
Cool.
Awesome.
I loved it.